Well, I want to welcome everybody to the daily forecast at fishyfins.com. Today we have Marc on. Marc is from the Space Coast of Florida. We've been talking about him the past couple of days, and we set up our interview this morning to do over the phone. Worked out really well. We're running a T1 pipe. Had some partitioning issues we had to fix last night, but I got everything working. I heard a little hum. We're going to work on that too in our interview. But everything went really good. He's actually out there on the water fishing, so it's great to interview somebody while they're fishing live on the water and get them right on the air within, well, it's been 10 minutes. So by the time you get this information will be 20 minutes old. So not too bad. And Marc gave us some great information, a little background about himself. He's going to be hosting a fishing show, so he's putting it all together. And so I hope you enjoy it. This is Marc coming up now from the call. We had a little issue at first, and I thought it was our phone system. Turned out he had his hat on, and we couldn't hear him through the side of his hat. So you'll see when you listen to his interview. Great stuff. I sure appreciate it, Marc. We're looking forward to doing this a whole lot more. And we got a lot of people coming up now. Now that we got the phone system going, we're going to be talking to a lot of people all over the state of Florida about fishing. And you'll see pretty much what it's going to be like when you hear Marc's interview here. So, well, without further ado, everybody, Mr. Marc.
Hello, is Marc there?
Hey, buddy, it's Marc.
Hey, Marc, how you doing this morning?
I'm not doing too bad.
You out there on the water already, are you?
Oh, yeah.
I knew it when I looked out. I thought, boy, this is a beautiful morning. I bet she's out there drowning some line right now.
It's not bad out here right now. It's a little bit windy, but I'm out here at Krsek Beach, and that's always fun for the morning. Got light tackle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think you're breaking up on me. You might be a little bit out of distance for me on the water, I'll bet.
You got me now?
Yeah, there you go. All right. That's a little bit better.
Had to take the old hat off.
Oh, okay, sure. Hey, you got to keep the sun off. You definitely get a lot of sun today. I think it's supposed to get up in the 80s, so it's going to be pretty warm out there by the time the sun starts cooking.
Oh, yeah.
So that's nice. You said you're fishing for some jacks out there this morning, huh?
Yep, yeah, just kind of waiting for the sun to pop out, and as soon as the sun pops out and the conditions get right for sight fishing, then we're looking for reds, and keeping an eye out for the snook. The snook are coming back. The numbers are getting a little better with the water warming up, and just kind of a scouting day out here, just looking around.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, I'm seeing a lot of snook popping up, pictures on Facebook and everything. You know, once season opens up, everybody's out there in full force, so it's good to see some nice snook out there. As a matter of fact, Atlantic coast there, we're over here on the west coast of Florida, and you guys, you're over there on the Space Coast, and you guys have some huge fish. Even the snook I was looking at, you guys have those big fat snook out there. We're kind of stuck with the skinny snook, and I guess what they call the standard snook over here. Beautiful. So that's what you're looking for, those big fat snook, huh?
Yep, yeah. Haven't really gone out and targeted them yet this year. I saw a few smaller ones in Sykes Creek last week, and the water temperature's climbing, and usually when that happens, it's display, and you can find them on the deeper shorelines. Krsek Beach is a great area to come find them. You got a lot of deeper shorelines. I'm in the Thousand Islands area right now, and there's so much shoreline out here to explore. It's just ridiculous, and a lot of them hold fish. Especially, like I said, the deeper shorelines adjacent to channels. Great place to look for them. That's where you'll get your bigger snook.
Beautiful.
But yeah, it's a great area to come find them right here in Krsek Beach.
Well, let me ask you this, Marc. What are you using for bait? Are you playing with artificial bait now? You're using some live or cut bait? What are you guys using for snook over there now?
Right now, I'm throwing top waters. But when I go out to target the snook in the mangroves, I throw a soft plastic in there, usually the Banks Dock Boss, or the Banks Flats Creeper, which is a brand new bait, great bait for snook. And the name of the game is just trying to pitch it up under there as far as you can. A lot of times you won't see them back in there because they like to hang way back in the cover on those deeper shorelines, and just getting it in there as far as you can is your best bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. As a matter of fact, even over here on this coast, all the guys are saying you really got to get up to the mangroves. Now, we don't have that nice big drop-off you guys get on the East Coast on the Atlantic there. So, you know, we've got pretty tight shoals that come right up to the mangrove line. So these guys are getting up there in these flats boats and getting up under the mangroves and getting some really nice fish, snook, reds, and everything. But so those Banks soft baits are working really good for you up there, huh? You can cast them right under the mangroves and pull some nice reds out and snook, huh?
Especially the Flats Creeper. It's got a different shape to it. It's got a kind of a fatter profile, and it skips well. And that is key when you're fishing the mangroves, is to get a bait that really skips up under there, kind of like a stone. And the Flats Creeper is just the shape of it. It skips just like a stone right up under the mangroves.
Very nice, very nice. How about the redfish around there? I know you've got that gigantic monster red you have on your Facebook page. Beautiful fish. Did you catch him on a Banks lure, or was that some live?
I got him on a Mr. Wiffle lure. Back in, it was about the middle of January out here in the Thousand Islands area. And it was the first cast, literally first cast of the morning, just got set up. And it was actually the first time I'd used Mr. Wiffle lures.
Oh, no.
Literally the first cast of the morning, first cast with a Mr. Wiffle.
Oh, you know you're going to have a great day then.
Yeah, I could top that, man. That was a 45-inch red. That was, that was a pretty good warm-up cast, you know?
Oh, boy, I tell you what, something about a red coming up top. I mean, they look like a big copper serpent when they turn over the top of the water. Just beautiful fish. A hell of a fight. What kind of boat were you in at the time?
I fish, 99% of the fishing I do is out of my canoe.
Oh, very nice.
And, you know, in this area, that's all you really need. I mean, it's great to have a boat to where you can run and gun and cover a lot of area. But, you know, if you're on the Space Coast and you have a kayak or canoe, you have access to all these fish. And these large reds, they're here year-round. They spawn within the estuary. They don't move offshore to spawn like most of the populations do around Florida. They spawn within the river, and they're here year-round. So you have a year-round shot at finding these huge fish, you know, in 2 to 5 feet of water all year long.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you know, it's something even around here. My old man bought a bow rider. He has a 20-foot Mako bow rider. And, you know, we have a lot of fun in it. You can get out here and play around in the blue water and get in some deep water. But like you say, when you want to really get in, you know, it's funny we say that here in Florida. You want to get onto the really big fish, you got to get up next to the shore. And so, you know, you're playing around in the bow rider. You're not really going to be able to get up on this coast anyway, tight to the shore and start fishing. So you're really, even over here, better off with a canoe or a kayak or something like that to really get in on those big fish in the thin water.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, the common misconception around here is, you know, that everybody says, oh, we're going to go catch a 40-inch red in a foot of water. And, you know, that's kind of an exaggeration. That really don't happen. Your bigger fish are going to be, they're not going to be tight to the shoreline. Unless you've got a deeper shoreline, then sometimes you'll get them. But your bigger reds, out on the deeper flats, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet deep, on the edges of the flats, you know, drop-offs, things like that. They'll come up skinny every now and then, but the big reds, when they're in 2 feet of water, they're extremely spooky, really hard to approach. And basically the areas I see them most are on the edges of the flats and about 3 to 5 feet of water.
Very nice. That's got to be great fishing out there. I mean, to be able to do, you know, just coast around the 10,000 islands, just incredible, incredible.
And that's the thing about the Thousand Islands, even if you're not catching anything, it's the scenery out here is so beautiful. They have a lot of nature tours that come out here, and there's, you know, real tight mangrove tunnels you can go through, and it's just a beautiful place, you know.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Great place to be.
Well, let me ask you something, Mark. Now, you have a class that you teach over there on the Space Coast, too, teach people and give them instruction on fishing and whatnot. Can you tell me a little bit about that, too?
Yes, sir. We what I do, you know, it's kind of geared towards somebody with a kayak or canoe or a boat, you know, that wants to get out here and learn how to do it on their own. And what we do, we basically get out here on the water. I kind of try to get a feel for, you know, what they already know and kind of start from there, so I'm not throwing anything at them that's over their head. And basically, I give you the tools to come out here and be able to be self-sufficient, catch these fish on your own.
Beautiful.
And just be more consistent in general.
Very good. You know, and it's a big deal. You know, I tell everybody that comes down to Florida, we've got, you know, we get all the Canadians, people from New York, Michigan, and whatnot that come down for vacation. And even if they're going to move down here permanently, you know, I tell them, you know what, you really need to talk to a local. You need to find out where the fish are. You need to find out what they're hitting, how you're supposed to fish for them. You know, even if you pay somebody for a lesson, a charter lesson, a teaching lesson in fishing or something, you really need to get in with the locals and find out what's going on if you want to be effective. You know, you can get out there and play a little bit. You're going to spend a lot of money trying to learn on your own, but, you know, to hire a charter, to go to a class and learn, really well worth the money and well worth the time to do it right here locally, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've got a lot of great charter captains in the area, and they won't hesitate to teach you. You know, they want you to be able to come out here and catch fish on your own as well. But my class is tailored to that specific, that you're going to come out here and I'm going to give you the tools to where you can come out here next time. There's no, you know what you're doing. You're not coming out here and just willy-nilly fishing anywhere. You've got a target in mind. You know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And putting the tools into people's hands is you know, that's the. Hang on 1 second, buddy.
Sure.
Sorry about that.
No, it's you got to reel in fish once in a while. That's all right.
Yeah, the class, people love it, and I usually don't have any return customers because I teach them so well the first one or two classes that they don't, they don't have to come back. They send me pictures of the fish that they've gone out on their own and caught on their own, and it's such a benefit, that you can go out there yourself and without any help and catch your own fish.
Well, that's just it. Mark, as an instructor, you're going to put these people on fish. You're going to take them to that, the hidden spot that the charter captains and the fishing or charter guys are going to go, well, if all else fails, this is my super secret spot. I could get these guys on fish before I take them home. So, as a trainer, I mean, you're going to instruct these people where the fish are, bring them out there, show them how to catch them, and, they actually have fishing spots to go to when they're on their own. So, it definitely makes a difference getting word of mouth and lesson from people that are in the business of training, in the business of teaching classes. It's really great. I love to see it. I was reading about it. I think it's a great idea and a great program you have out there. So, definitely. Now, anybody listening, you should really give Mark a call. His number is 321-460-3644. If you want to get some more information about learning how to fish on the Space Coast, and actually the entire east coast of Florida. I mean, really that fishing up and down the east coast is pretty close, and a guy like Mark could definitely tell you how to get on fish, put you on the fish, show you where they are, and tell you what you need to get there as far as the boat's concerned. So it's, it's always a good idea. And I'll tell you what, Mark, I'm going to let you go. I know you're out there trying to get on fish. I sure do appreciate you giving us this.
A little delay there, man. The mullets are just getting trashed out here.
Oh, good. Well, you're ready to get a topwater bait out there then, aren't you?
It's a beautiful sight.
That's awesome. I love that. But, okay, bud, Mark, I sure do appreciate it, bud. We're going to let you go, and we're going to check back with you. We'll get a little show going here a couple of times a week, and really looking forward to it.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it as well. I've got a report drafted up, so whenever you're ready, I can spit that at you.
Sounds great. I'll be back at you here in another day or so, and we'll get it going again, Mark. Thank you very much. I know it takes a lot to do this, and we sure do appreciate your time and definitely the education you're giving us.
Hey, Frank, I'm happy to do it, buddy.
Hey, great. Hey, you have a wonderful day fishing today.
You do the same, man.
You betcha. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, that was awesome. Yep, I don't blame you, Mark. If I were you, I'd be out there fishing too. Time to put the little phone down and grab that rod and reel and cast some topwater out there. I don't know what it is, even around here, some reason the fish just turn on in the morning. And as soon as that sun warms up, they start. You see that topwater start to break up. The mullet come first, and the jacks and the birds, and sooner or later you're going to have a fish on the line. So that's great. Good luck to you, Mark. I sure appreciate it. We're looking forward to a lot more information coming up from you, some great shows. Going to be talking to a lot more people on the East Coast. We're trying to set up something here on the West Coast, so we're hoping we can find somebody to do this kind of thing. We're going to set you up with the phone lines, everything, so it ain't going to cost you nothing. You could even come over here and do it right in our office, so no big deal. A little interview with people over the phone and get some great information out there. Get your name out there too. So it's a great opportunity, and we're looking forward to doing a lot more of this. So I sure appreciate it, and we'll be back again tomorrow with some more great information, some more great stuff. Our shows, this one's only going to be probably about 15 minutes, and over the next few weeks we're just going to add more and more onto it. It's kind of a challenge. I'm not a publisher, I'm not an editor, so going through and putting all this stuff together is a bit difficult, but you do it 2 or 3 times, it comes pretty quick, just like riding a bike. So all coming together pretty cool. Thanks again, Mark, and we'll talk to you here real soon. And all you folks have a wonderful day out there fishing today.